For the past 3 months, I have been using a camera which I never thought I'd be able to say that I own, and that is a Contax camera. No, not the G2, no, not the T3 or T2 or G1 or T1. It's the Contax 167MT, and trying to say that name over and over again is a mouthful on its own. I bought this camera back in October and I've not regretted buying it since. It has been a step up to my usual workflow of making photographs instead of taking photographs. So I'm here in this video ready to talk to you about my thoughts and my impressions and my photos that I've taken with this camera. So let's start off with buying it. So I saw this camera in a shop and I thought to myself, before I buy it, let's do some research. I did my research and I was ready to buy it. Not as quick as that, but I knew what I wanted. And I thought to myself that this camera would definitely improve my normal workflow compared to using an Olympus OM10. And don't get me wrong, the OM10 is great. It's a lovely starter camera. I've been using it for 2 years and I've got some great results from it, but I felt like I kind of needed to treat myself a little bit. So I went and bought the Contax and bought a lens and another lens as well within the 3 months. I've made so many photos, I've taken so many photos, and I've been out so many places, or whenever I've got the chance to go out somewhere, I've taken the camera with me just to test it out, just to make sure, you know, that it works, just to make sure that I know what I'm getting myself into, and trying to test it in different situations, and landscape photography, portrait photography, band photography, just generally taking the camera out everywhere. And I like to say, you know, take your camera everywhere, because if you do, you won't miss a shot. Well, that's if you have enough film, that is. So what are my initial thoughts? It's a lot faster than my OM10. I have the OM Winder 2 for the Olympus OM10. That kind of makes it a battery grip as well as a automatically advancing grip as well. You can't rewind it, you have to manually rewind it, but it will automatically boost the film on for you as well. But that's fine on its own, but the max shutter speed for the OM10 is 1/1000th of a second, and the slowest is bulb mode, where the Contax 167MT is 1/4000th of a second, and the slowest is 16 seconds. So that is very different compared to what the OM10 is. And I felt like this could be a camera where it could kind of make my workflow faster and kind of help me out in the long run and help me into the new year as well, because I can kind of see myself using this camera a lot more just because of the lens quality and also the camera build. But I'm not going to neglect the other cameras, because obviously they're amazing. My Pentax 645, that will be my go-to, as well as my Contax 167MT, a very good combination of cameras for me starting out. But it's all about getting out there, taking your camera with you everywhere you go, and just making sure that you know what you're getting yourself into. So something cool I learned about the Contax 167MT is that there are 2 types of lenses you can use with this camera. So if you have a lens that has a green high aperture number, if it's like f/22 for instance, that basically means you can use all the modes on the camera, like all the settings. So you can use aperture priority, shutter priority, program mode and manual. Where if you have a lens that doesn't have the green high aperture number, that means you can only use aperture priority and manual mode. I mainly go for aperture priority because it's a lot more easier for me, and it kind of, I've been using it a lot. Obviously the OM10's an aperture priority camera, so I thought, you know what, I'll stick to aperture priority. I've never really delved into shutter priority, but this is why I got the camera. I can always test it out and experiment with it, so it's fun. But yeah, I'm hoping to just shoot a lot more with the camera, because I really do see the camera being a lot more, you know, being able to get a lot more use out of it, and it being a lot more fun. And it's kind of cool bringing it out and saying, like, you know, sort of flex. It's like, oh, there's a Contax camera. How great is this? But you will see more photos from me and on my Instagram from this camera, because I absolutely love it, and it's probably the best purchase I made. So I hope you all enjoyed today's video. It wasn't the best of videos, but for me, I wanted to talk about this camera because it's been a real change of perspective. Not perspective, but it's just been fun to use. And if you get a camera that kind of makes it more fun for you, if it kind of improves how you work, or you know, if it changes something in your workflow, or changes something for you personally, you'll start to love it more and start to use it more. So I can see myself definitely using this a lot more in the future. But thanks for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of this video. I will try to do more stuff in 2024. I've just been very busy the last few months with taking pictures and working on something that I'm not ready to say yet. And yeah, like, subscribe, and check out for more stuff in 2024. Until next time, ciao. I don't know what to say. Oh God, shut up, Ewan.